space.
Cameras rolling, check 1, 2.
What is up, YouTube adventure family? Today, got a new home. We've also got a new bike. Ellie's got a new yard. This here is the LiteRider 2.0 by Kingbull, an e-bike they already made that was really great, and they made it even better. Today, we're going to unbox and assemble this awesome foldable e-bike and see what it's all about. Let's dive in and open up the LiteRider 2.0 by Kingbull. Check out the packaging. They did a really good job on the packaging. They do a fantastic job packaging their e-bikes, and there isn't even a scratch or a dent on this package. First, I'll measure the packaging actually for you so you get an idea of how big this box will be. You're looking at about 58 inches long, about 12.5 inches wide, and about 28.5 inches tall. So those measurements of the box gives you an idea. And I believe the package weight on this thing, if I'm not mistaken, says, yep, 97 pounds. So get an idea of the size of the packaging, the weight of the packaging, if you get it sent to someone's house, if it'll fit in your car or whatever, and just know how much room you need before you open it. Let's go ahead and open up this packaging and see what it looks like inside. All right. Give you an idea from the top view of the packaging itself. Nice. Everything is nice and snug. And you can get a little peek see of that color I got, that green color, is looking cool. Boom! Check that out. Well, there it is from the side view. They do a really good job with their packaging. They sell a lot of bikes, so they know what they're doing. They've been doing this for a while, and every time I get a new e-bike from Kingbull, very excited. Not only about a new e-bike, just I know it's going to be quality. I know I've got customer support, and I know with my discount code, I could give you all a good price on these bikes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and snip all those zip ties and take some of that packaging apart. See what we got.
Acting strange, can't slow down, can make this change, lost control.
Okay, now what comes in the packaging as well as the e-bike, we do have our 20 by 4 inch wheel and tire assembly here. It's 180 millimeters. It's got that disc on there. It does have hydraulic brakes. Looks like we got a couple rear view mirrors, some reflectors, class 2 or class 3. Stickers there if you want to put those on, and we've got like an assembly guide. We've got a little display guide where we can get into our piece settings, figure out some things, and just get more fun with your new e-bike. Cool little brochures, a couple folding pedals, derailleur guard, a really nice plush extra soft seat. I love that seat. It does come with a lock. You can attach that to your seat post so you don't lose it. Over here we've got a pump. Looks like we got the extension for the neck. Looks like we got some bungees for the rear cargo rack. My favorite, the tools. We got that front axle there. Zip ties. We've got a mud guard. Got our 2 amp charger. It's a 2 amp charger for that 48 volt system. Just everything right there. So that's what comes in the packaging as well as the bike itself. You can see there, lots of fun stuff. It's really cool that they give you a pump and a lock with this setup, and that tool set that they send you is one of the better tool sets in the industry. All right, let's get to assembling the LiteRider 2.0 by Kingbull. First, before we start assembling this thing, you can see the keys that are attached to the handlebars right there. We're going to remove those real quick. going to charge our battery. So it's a really nice key system here, really nice. It's black, it's not silver like they normally are, and you just pop that out, and boom, you can see here it's also a UL listed battery, which is really nice. So it's super safe. They put quality batteries in their bikes. It's another thing I like about Kingbull. Okay, you can see that we got our charger already set up. This is a 2 amp charger, 48 volt charger, and we'll find our little plug-in system here. Go ahead and plug that in and let it charge while we're assembling the bike. All right, now we're going to put the handlebars on, and we're going to need this here. This is the folding mechanism for the handlebars, and there's a certain way that you got to put this on. You're going to have to take this cap off first, so let's go ahead and take that cap off. Yeah, I really love the tool set that Kingbull actually gives you with their bikes. It's really cool. They do a good job with that. Here, I'm going to take this cap off here. I'm going to show you what we do next. There's the stem cap and the 2 spacers there. And then you can see, just put that over the top there. And depending on where these fold, usually they fold to the side. So you'll want this on one side and the folding mechanism on the other side. Cap back in. So we'll put our cap back in before we start tightening the side bolts. Make sure that these are fairly loose first, so you could get this buried down further. So about right there's where it's going to be anyways. Alright, let's start tightening this down. Snug, and if we need to adjust, we can go back and loosen it later, but it's super important to get these snug. That's right there, snug. And get them pretty hand tight. Now, go ahead and fold this back down. It's pretty stiff. Bam. Okay, now we'll put our handlebars in. And keep this pretty loose here. You can see it's got a little notch here. And we've got a little notch, a little groove right here in our handlebars. Now always keep in mind that your shifter, your Shimano shifter, will always be on the right hand side. And looks like it's sliding in. Good, nice. And we'll go ahead and we can adjust this later. Boom. And right here we need to adjust these handlebars. You can see they need to be twisted this way. There's a bolt there and a bolt there. Not yet, King Wasabi. And that one's pretty loose now. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we can rotate the handlebars. We'll go ahead and get this nice and snug. We could always adjust that later as well if we need to. But it's nice that we just have to use one of those bolts to get those where we want to instead of loosening both of them. So, and it keeps it stable and in the right position too. Get this nice and snug. I don't want any play in our handlebars. That's for sure. It's the last place we want any play is where we're holding on to. I'm just going to temporarily attach the headlamp just so it's not bobbling around while we put the front wheel on. So not permanent because we got to put the fender on, but just for a millisecond, just so it's not dangling too much. I got a towel here, so when I flip the bike upside down, I could have a nice soft area for the display and handlebars and stuff. Okay. See there, and then I could kind of get my towel where I want it, and boom, bada bing. Now we just got a lot better of an area right here to get like our rotors into our calipers and our axles lined up. It's just easier to do it, and it's better to do it, and you could also adjust your brakes while you're here too. So it's a bunch of reasons. I think the absolute best angle here will be right there. We can get it where we want it there. Spacer there. Do the same on the other side. Spacer. Washer. Okay, and you will need your 15 mil. You will need actually two 15 mils because you'll need one to hold the other side while you're tightening the other side, if that makes sense. So you'll need two 15 mils. Make sure that this part is tight. I think we got it now. Good to go. Good to go. Okay, see that rub in there? Right, now's a good opportunity to fix that. And get your handy dandy Allen right here. Be really easy. Be sure that you bury these really deep before you start turning so you don't strip out these heads. It'd be a real humdinger. Okay, and you could grab your brakes and just kind of set them there. And while you're squeezing your brakes, you can tighten these down. You could get rid of that rubbing sound. And they're good. Tighten them down. Seated in there good. Tighten them down. Let's see, eliminated that rub. It's a little trick. You just loosen your calipers, hold your brakes down. While you're holding your brakes down, tighten them up, and it just lines them up. It's a magic motorcycle trick that I learned once upon a time. Okay, now I'm just going to flip the bike over. We know our rear brakes are the right ones, and that's the ones that we need to pay most attention to. Just lift up, put your shoulder in it, lift it up, grab your rear brake, step to the side, boom, it's that easy. All right, we'll put our kickstand down, and we'll put our girlfriend's towel back in her bathroom. All right, here's the front fender. I'm just gonna bobble that through there. I think right there is gonna be a good place for it. And we'll put the headlight on before it, and kind of like that, if that makes any sense. That's about as snug as it's gonna get. Get that nice and snug. All right, same thing on the other side. Okay, there's the headlamp, the front fender, got the handlebars and the stem. Still had to put the seat and the pedals on. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. I'll just undo that there. That's one thing I like about Kingbull, the seat posts just always fit on Kingbull bikes. Bam, there we go, locked and loaded. Very, very cushy seat. That's a very cushy seat. It's just a really nice folding bike. It's, in my opinion, the nicest one under $1,000 in the whole industry. All right, I'll go ahead and put our pedals on. And here's our battery. Lock that in. 15 amp hour, 48 volt. Your keys here. Making sure it's popped in. Boom. Give it a little tug. Good to go. And there it is. The LiteRider 2.0 by Kingbull. The unboxing and assembly. It might be one of the easiest bikes I've ever put together. Now, that green is gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and the assembly of the LiteRider 2.0 by Kingbull. I have a feeling it's going to be one of the hottest e-bikes of the summer. It being a folding e-bike, plenty of power, and just top quality e-bike. Can't wait to show you the review as we cruise around the new town here in Gypsum, Colorado. If you want a discount on any of these Kingbull products, I'll leave a link and a discount code below to save you a bunch of money on any of Kingbull's products. For the next adventure, this is Chris from Electric Adventure Channel. Good day, everybody.